Yo, what's going on everybody? Nelson from Hoopin' Life. Welcome back to part 2 of Top 5 Playground Games to Play with your friends. And if you didn't get to watch part 1 of the video, it's right here. Alright, cool, let's get to part 2. So the fourth game on the list is more a competitive type of game. It's called King of the Jungle / King of the Hill / King of the Court. Basically, who's the best offensive player?
It's like one on one.
All right, Nelson, what number would they play to though?
There's different variations. Different people play up to 7. Some people play up to 9, 11. The most common number is probably 7. So this game kind of focuses on creating a high competitive environment to challenge other people to see who is the supreme king of the court. All right, so we have 4 contestants here today. It's us 4. The first 2 players to start the game is David and Vincent. So they're gonna play a game on one-on-one. Me and Andrew's gonna get in line to wait for our turn.
Vincent's gonna try to take it on David. If he scores, David's out, and then Nelson's gonna pop in and play against Vincent.
But what about offensive rebounds?
Okay, so there's different variations, different rules. How I play is, for the offensive player, you're given 3 dribbles to make your move or take your shot. After 3 dribbles, you have to shoot it up or you have to give up the ball to the defensive player. How I play, another rule is if you miss your shot, you're out. So it really works on focusing you how to make that shot and not just throwing up wild shots and getting rebounds after that.
Are we playing with the 3 dribble rule, Nelson, or are we playing with this?
We'll play with the 3 dribble rule. It makes it more competitive.
In this game with the 3 dribble limitation, players have to use their moves more effectively, and maybe coaches would like this because they don't like their players dribbling too much.
Alright, so my house, my rules. Since Vincent missed a shot, he's out. Next person up in line is Andrew.
See, I try to cheat the rules. I didn't use any dribbles.
Man, all right. Apparently my arc is higher than I thought.
One dribble, wow, look at those strides from Nelson Kane. Because I make the shot, I get to go against as an offensive player, so the next defensive player is up.
We call that trying to do too much.
A good way for this game is, psych out your offensive player, kind of talk to them, talk smack. Hi. Oh. And then to shut him up, you just gotta make the shot. I'm gonna lack score time, usually game point 7, but we're gonna change it up to 2. I got 1, I could win it. Oh yeah, it don't matter. Game of 2.
The winner, King of the Court.
It wasn't
drum roll.
It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. It's pretty late, guys.
The king to 2 points.
You know what? You can play this up to however many points. I've seen people play it up to 21. The good thing about this game is that everybody goes hard every play because there's so much pressure. If you miss your shot, you're off.
Takes out all the teamwork because it's one-on-one.
Yeah.
It's all you on D and it's all you on offense. You can't even wait for help defense. It's just you.
So this game is great because not only does it help you work on your offensive skills, it really pushes the defensive player to work on their defensive skills to be able to shut down the offensive player. And the last game on the list, number 5, is a classic, 21, aka a free-for-all war.
And how I grew up playing 21 to start off the game or the break is we all gather in a little circle, little huddle. One person throws up the ball up in the air, lets it bounce 3 times on the ground, and once it's bounced the 3rd time, the first person to snatch the ball first gets the first possession. Okay, clearly the guy playing this down the most knows how to play. Let's sit back and get this rebound going. Alright, so Nelson made it so that he gets to shoot free throws. So there's 2 ways to score. You can miss all your free throws and score a lot of buckets, or you can get buckets and then make a lot of free throws.
Key point is to just get buckets.
Okay, now let's say we want to implement the rule of all day or cap of 3 free throws. Because some people, they could just stand there the whole game and make free throws, and then that's no fun. So sometimes you put a cap on it to 5, but you can also say all day. Yeah, so the general number of cap or limitation for free throws is 3. So if you make 3 in a row, you take the ball out and you go on the offensive. Oh man, got the whole world on me. We're gonna split the D. Yeah, go spin the legs. Caught that Damian Lillard step back 3-pointer bucket. It's 3 in the house. 3 in the house. Now we're playing with tips. For example, if David misses this and one of us tips it in, David's gonna go back to 0. I'm not gonna miss. 3. I got it. Oh.
Hey, so sometimes it's funny because all the other opponents will work together to make sure that person goes down to 0.
Yeah. If they really dislike a certain player, they want to keep tipping them in the whole game.
Hey, shoot. Step back. Oh, make a try. Oh, that's you. I hit 21 points to win the game. I have to shoot a 3-pointer. If I make a 3-pointer, I win the game. I'm the king of 21. If I miss, however, I get dropped back down to 15.
And you know what the funniest thing is? Back on the playground, I remember at this point we would play psych outs, and people would have the craziest psych outs.
We would say fart noises, say girls' names that guy liked, just to mess with them.
Nelly ain't dropped a single in a while. So this is so Nelson doesn't hit the game, prove it. All right, Nelly. You ain't had a hit in a while. Where's all your songs at, Nelly? Where's all your songs at, Nelly? Hey, Nelly, you got that? Did you got holes in your spandex or something? They're real shoddy. I'll still make this bucket. So he goes back to 15 and the game continues until someone reaches 21 and hits that prove it shot.
The cool thing about 21 is there's so many different variations you can play it seriously, you can play it goofy, you can play it on a 10-foot hoop, you can play it on a 7-foot hoop. There's a lot of different variations. All right, let me say that my favorite variation.
All right, so it's on a 7.5-foot hoop so we can dunk. I would say tip jams go back to 0, but regular putbacks, no going back to 0 on that for the because you gotta tip jam every time. I mean it's so low, man. Yeah, you have to know it. Then I would say prove it with psych outs, and then if you lose, you're the bottom, you gotta get burned.
A burn is when someone throws the ball at your butt. People aren't really good at throwing the ball accurately, so sometimes the ball misses, sometimes the ball hits your back.
Yeah, so you'd be surprised how little, all right, it either hurts a lot or it doesn't hurt at all because people are so inaccurate in their throws.
Here's a tip. If you're getting burned and you don't want the ball to hit your head, you just put your head down a little bit.
Shout out to Richie, man. If Richie's watching this, you're gonna know what we're talking about. Kent, we play with burns, man. All right, so this is what people used to do. People, if you really didn't like that person, you would just
throw it up like this.
But then you could just throw it like that. Some people would psych you out, so you could hear them galloping behind you. You thought they was gonna throw it really hard, but then they just let it go like that. I'm gonna be nice.
All right, man, you ready for this? Throw this cannonball at you.
No, Nelson, don't throw it that hard.
Oh!
Hey, and then that's when you gotta show, thank you, Nelson. Thank you, sir. Man, as a kid getting burns and someone shows mercy, oh man, you gotta thank them.
It was a good exercise to teach kids, basically don't be a punk. Because if you sign up for the game with burns, then you gotta play with burns.
All right, the good thing about the game of 21 is that the crazy thing is it's the most well-rounded game in terms of all the playground games.
It works on your shooting, your dribbling, your one-on-one, D'ing up, shooting free throws.
So that was the top 5 playground games to play with your friends, family, or just random people at the park. All right, make sure to share this video with your friends. And if there's another playground game that we didn't mention, make sure to leave down in the comments below what those games are.
And if you got any of your own variations of the games that we mentioned in this video, then let us know in the comments below, because at the end of the day, there is no rule book to these games. You can make it up as you go.
All right, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Fung Bros. And until next time, Hoopin' Life, we're out.
Peace.